This new approach to incorporating eggs in your diet is usually reserved for elite athletes, and today I am sharing it with you. So almost everyone knows that eggs are an excellent source of protein, but very few people really and truly understand the impact eggs can have on your performance on a cellular level. And that's the advantage elite athletes have over you until right now. So, maybe you're not an elite athlete and don't really care to be one. Me too. Maybe you want to be able to train harder, recover better, have more energy, get abs, or develop those glutes. I think you should develop those glutes. Or you're getting older and are feeling the decline that comes with age for most people. That hurts, and it's optional. This simple approach can be really easy or be a bit difficult if you're not a good cook, but I'll share both of them in a minute. So if you're ready to take the next step in your health journey, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Join thousands of others who have already begun to tackle health and fitness concerns, including how do you get the most out of eggs? Together, we can help you cut through all of the BS in the world of health and especially nutrition, which is super confusing because I'm right here with you living everything we talk about for real. There's a nutrient in egg yolks called choline, which is a critical ingredient and a precursor to something called phosphatidylcholine. Phosphatidylcholine. Yeah, it's kind of a hard one. Some people refer to it as PTC. But anyway, it's a key component to a bouncy, youthful cell membrane. Every cell membrane. And you have 50 trillion of them. So let's focus on choline. Phosphatidylcholine is so powerful that when delivered directly as an IV, by the way, this is dose dependent and has to be delivered by a licensed practitioner. Just want to point that out. Don't go try to give yourself an IV. It can lower blood pressure, increase energy, remove brain fog, lower oxidative LDL particles, and even emulsify soft plaque. Yes, we actually expect after a student at Stark gets IVs like this, after a year, their soft plaque is diminished if they have soft plaque problems. So yes, this will remove soft plaque. I'm sure almost every cardiologist listening to this would disagree, except for maybe one, my friend Jack Wolfson. And if you haven't seen the podcast video on cardiology yet, you should check that one out. But guess what? I had an angiogram done and I have some soft plaque. So I'm doing this particular therapy and I expect a significant reduction in a year, just like I described that we do for other students. And after just a few weeks, my blood pressure is down substantially. And strangely enough, mostly because of stress, it was constantly kind of ramping up year over year for the past few years. And after starting these IVs, it plummeted about 20%. And I'm not alone, by the way. This is not just me. It's not an N=1 situation. We've got other students in this process. But this is not about IVs. It's about the benefits of phosphatidylcholine and how to get more and why you should want it. So if you're on your health journey like me, with me, during intense exercise, cells, particularly muscle cells, they undergo stress and damage. So they experience some damage. Phosphatidylcholine supports the repair process by contributing to the regeneration of cell membranes, thus aiding in quicker recovery. Let me interpret that. You'll get stronger, more likely have abs, and more likely develop those glutes that are not looking so good right now, but can be if you facilitate the cellular repair process. Choline acts as a methyl donor in various biochemical processes, including DNA repair. Proper methylation is essential for gene expression and the repair of damaged DNA, which is crucial for long-term cellular health and prevention of diseases. So by influencing methylation, choline can impact how genes are expressed, fully expressing themselves, which can be important for adapting to the physical demands placed on the body by intense training. And I hope you're doing that at least a few days a week. Choline has been shown to reduce inflammation, which is a common response to intense exercise. By modulating inflammatory pathways, choline can help in the quicker recovery and repair of tissues. Yeah, that's so exciting to me. As long as you've already stopped drinking, eating too much sugar, processed foods, not sleeping enough, worrying too much. Of course, those things have to be wrapped up before choline is going to make a difference in your cellular membrane rebuilding process. I'm sure you have all of those things, though, dialed in, because unlike me, you are an elite athlete, right? So do you eat a bunch of eggs and expect the results that I described? Not at all. I'll explain it and then give you 3 options and even a 4th bonus amazing option. So eggs are great because they're easily digested and a great source of protein and quality fats. And you probably already know that. Sidebar. Remember when eggs were thought to lead to heart attacks? It was not that long ago that we believed that that is what eggs do. I remember in 2015 when the research came out stating that cholesterol in foods, eggs have a lot of cholesterol, don't cause high cholesterol in your body. I think that this kind of stuff is still bouncing around in the world of medicine. Eggs are good for you. Not all eggs, high quality eggs. But here's the secret to getting all of those benefits by eating eggs. You can't cook the yolk. You can't cook the yolk. The yolk has to be runny. I mean, yeah, if you cook the yolk, you actually degrade the choline. You want the choline. It's one of the greatest reasons to eat eggs, and most people don't even know about it. I don't understand why most people don't understand this. It's such a basic concept. You need choline for your cell membrane, and the only way you get it from an egg is if you don't cook the egg. So if it's runny, it's got lots of choline in it, right? You want the choline. So you've got a few great options to make this happen. Sunny side up eggs, one of my favorites. You can do over easy as long as you make sure that the yolk is very runny. If you don't like eggs like this, you have to grow up. Just grow up. Come on, I mean, eggs Benedict with a runny yolk, does food get any better than that? Those things are also really hard to cook. I understand that. So if you're not a good cook, if you don't know how to pan fry an egg with cooking the yolk, or if you don't know how to make eggs Benedict, or you can't order a gluten-free eggs Benedict, then you'll have to do something else. The next possibility is that you can also separate the yolks, cook the whites separately, and blend your yolks in a smoothie for breakfast. So you actually would consume raw yolks. And if separating the yolks is too delicate for your sledgehammer type hands, then there's always the approach to drinking raw eggs like Rocky. In the 70s, when that came out, I remember the movie, he was right, at least about the yolks. And I don't think he understood the science behind all of this, but those raw yolks that he was taking in were helping him recover from that intense training and recover from the beating he was taking when he would get in the ring. So he was an elite athlete. Love that movie. And the 4th finest and most difficult and most pleasurable option to consume choline, in my humble opinion, is make homemade custard with raw milk, raw cream, and free-range eggs. You can temper the eggs, which is what you have to do when you make custard, and ensure they're not fully cooked. So the tempering process doesn't fully cook a yolk. So when I eat homemade ice cream, I'm getting exceptional amounts of choline and therefore benefiting from some cellular repair of the cell membrane. And I'm eating ice cream, by the way, at the same time. Voila. Superpowers in your ice cream. I mean, eating too much of that exceptional ice cream, and let me tell you, homemade ice cream in my house is absolutely delicious. It's not going to be the ideal thing for your body comp or other health considerations, but you can definitely level up your dessert with that little tiny tip. So assuming you're okay with eating eggs, and some people, by the way, are not. In many cases, it shows up on a food sensitivity list. So if you eat them this way, don't do this, by the way, if you have issues or fears around raw foods, nor should you consume cheap eggs in this fashion or any fashion for that matter, you will get a bump in your health on a cellular level. So enabling you to perform better right now and then into the future. I mean, repairing your cell membranes now will make you a better human down the road too, not just in this moment. So if you're into all this stuff on how to incrementally make improvements in your health, I've got some additional content I'd like to share with you. It's called The Wheel of Health. I've created a video, and if you go to watchtodd.com, you'll have a video explaining how the Wheel of Health works, which is an introspective tool that enables you to take a look at your health in a holistic fashion. There's also an accompanying PDF that details every single metric we use to determine how to quantify the 10 spokes in the Wheel of Health. So after eating a bunch of eggs, by the way, you'll be able to better integrate the Wheel of Health because it works in a similar fashion in your brain. I mean, consuming more choline, runny yolks, will make you smarter because it's essential for the construction and maintenance of brain cells, the production of important neurotransmitters, and overall brain health. It plays a foundational role in the brain's structure and function, making it a critical nutrient for cognitive health and cognitive development. It's also why my wife, who is the head doctor at Stark, forced my nephew when he was little to eat so many raw egg yolks that he can't eat them any longer. But he's a very smart kid, maybe because of the choline. Okay, one more thing, because I know you're into all of this health stuff. One of the barriers that I've seen over and over again within the four walls of all the Stark locations is that sex hormones are rarely checked. So if you have not gotten your sex hormones checked, get them checked. And if you think you have a problem, go ahead and click on the video below on TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. Check it out. I've got a very thorough FAQ. And by the way, ladies, this is also for you. You have more circulating testosterone in your body than estrogen. Yes, testosterone is important to you and affects you in much the same ways as it does men. So go ahead and check it out.